Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to share with you guys a little reflection about my first semester of college and talk to you guys a little bit about college because you guys have really been requesting a lot of college videos and stuff like that, and I decided why not just talk to you guys about like how my first semester was and how this semester is going to be and everything like that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys are not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe down below so you do not miss out on any of my videos, and also follow me on like my Instagram and social media and stuff so you can stay updated on my life. But with all that being said, let's just get right into this video. Like I said, I haven't really talked that much about college and school and stuff like that. I did post one video and I've done like a college week in my life. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll have it linked down below, but I did a reality of college video where I went kind of deep into college and just talked about kind of where I was. I was at a bit of a rough spot and I touched on a lot of things that I had been thinking about and dealing with. So I'll have that linked down below. It's kind of an eye-opening video. I got so many positive comments on that video, which meant a lot to me. If you guys did not know, I am a freshman at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota. It's in the Twin Cities, so it's in like St. Paul, Minneapolis area. So far, I've been liking college. It's been a big, huge adjustment, but I've been able to adjust to it really easily, which was a big surprise for me just because I'm someone who doesn't really deal well with big change in my life, and obviously college is a huge, huge, huge change. But for me, you know, I'm 30 minutes away from my house. It's not a drastic change. I could have been in Texas, I could have been in California, I could have been so much farther, and that would have been a way different experience and a way bigger change for me. But yeah, it was a huge adjustment, but like I said, the fact that I'm 30 minutes away from home makes it a lot easier and a lot less stressful, and it doesn't really feel like I'm that far away, if you know what I mean, because I have come home a few times. I'm home right now, but that's because I'm on winter break. I have an entire month off, which is really, really nice. I have come home a few times at school over the weekends, and I'll kind of get into that a little bit as to why I've done that and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm gonna just kind of share with you guys a little bit about the school aspect of college, and then I'll dive into like the social part. So if you guys have not seen my reality of college video, that's where I really talked about school, and I go in depth about school and college and the workload and everything like that. So I'm not going to repeat myself in this video. So if you guys want to see that, you can check it out. It was a hard video for me to film. I opened up a lot and I got so much positive feedback about that video, which I was so excited about and so like happy. I loved reading all the comments I got on that video. So you guys can check that out. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to see that. But I just basically talk about the workload because this first semester was insane for me. I had a very rigorous workload, and I don't mean to like be like, oh, I had so much harder of a workload than everybody else, because you know, it differs for everybody. My workload might have been a piece of cake for some people, but for me, it was a struggle and I was not used to it. I had a math class, I was in a calculus class, and personally I've had hardly any history with calculus classes, and this was a calculus with review class, and people in this class, you know, the math came so easy to them and it was like boom, like they could easily understand it, and for me I had to work an extra mile to understand it. I would have to study an extra hour, I would have to spend a lot of time studying for these tests, and some people would just go in and wing it and they would do even better than me, and it was just very hard knowing that it was so easy for people and I was struggling a lot in my math class, but I ended up with a very good grade at the end, so I was so surprised and thankful for that. But anyway, so I had that math class, and then I had a biology class, a chemistry class, and a English class. And for me, English comes very easy. I enjoy writing papers. I don't know why. So that class wasn't very bad at all. Biology, that was over my head. I have been in a biology class before. I was in a biology class my sophomore year of high school, and I came into this biology class not expecting it to be as difficult as it was. It was hard because I would talk to some of my friends and they'd be like, oh, this is easy, I learned this in AP Bio last year and stuff, and I'd be like, what? I took no AP classes because my school didn't offer many AP classes. They would offer CIS, which is college in the schools like I said, I talked about this in my college reality video. But basically, people were just in a lot more intense classes in high school, which made the college classes a lot easier for them. And personally, I went to a college prep school, but I did not feel prepared for my classes or workload at all. And I was in a chemistry class, which was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. Very difficult. I did not like my professor. It was so hard to understand. And on top of that, I had 2 labs. So I had 4 classes and 2 labs. So basically, I was in 6 classes, and the labs were 3 to 4 hours long. I was in a biology lab and I was in a chemistry lab. It was hard, and it wasn't a workload that I liked, and that put me kind of in a state of depression, anxiety, and that really triggered my anxiety. School was one of my biggest triggers for my anxiety ever. I had never felt so anxious, and I would get test anxiety. I would study hours upon hours, 12 plus hours for my biology exams, and I still would not get a grade that I wanted. And I would understand everything, and I would go over the study guide, and I'd get everything, and I just wasn't getting the grades I wanted, which then triggered my anxiety and made me so nervous about everything, and I basically was just not happy. It was a rough place for me. In the middle of the my first semester, I was like, oh my god, this is what college is like? Like, I do not like this, and I was just so constantly overwhelmed, and I couldn't go hang out with friends or go out with my friends because I always had homework to do. I always had something to do, and they'd be like, oh, you can just do it tomorrow, and I'm like, I can't tomorrow because I have to study for my chemistry test tomorrow, and my lab is due the next day. And it was just like, I always had something on my plate, and I could never ever relax. And I was either sleeping in the library, eating, or studying with friends. Like, that was really the only time I could be with friends, is if I was like studying with them. And I would go out on the weekends, but it was hard. I couldn't have that much fun because I was always thinking, crap, I have a lot to do tomorrow. And that is where a lot of my anxiety came in, and is what made school very, very difficult and not fun for me. And that's where I really started to have like a rough first semester. But then I switched to my major. I'm now a business major, and I will be taking an English class, a macro econ class, a math class, and then a Spanish class. So my next semester is going to be a lot easier. I know that for a fact, because being in 2 science classes and a math class that I had never been in was something that I could not handle at all. It was very difficult. So my freshman first semester was definitely an eye-opening wake-up call for me, and I was not a fan of it. So that's where I felt like a lot of anxiety come into my life, is it had to do with like school and stuff like that. But anyways, what else? Friends, that has been a big thing in college. I've met so many great people. That's one of my favorite things about college, is the social aspect of it. Is there's always something going on, and my school is a lot smaller, so it's harder to meet, or it's harder to like meet a bunch of different people, because everybody already kind of has their own little cliques and their own little groups of people, which is kind of unfortunate and something I'm not really a fan of, because my high school was so much like that it stinks that my college is kind of like that, which I think with my new classes I'll be able to meet a bunch of new people. So that will be really fun. I'm excited to meet new people this semester and get to know people, because I love to meet people, but sometimes it's just very hard. But I think it's hard when it's really not as hard, because I just feel like people are closed off, because that's how my high school was. Like I said, people just felt closed off. But it was funny because like once we all graduated, like now everybody's like open, and I hang out with people that I never hung out with before, you know what I mean? And I used to think certain people were closed off, but then like once we all graduated, I hung out more with people from my school once we graduated than when I was in school with them, which is kind of weird. I've met like some of the greatest friends at school, which has been really fun, and I've enjoyed that, and it's been really nice, because some of my favorite things to do are just like chill at school. Like I just love to chill. I'm not somebody who enjoys going out like every single weekend. Like I enjoy going out sometimes, but I don't have the energy to go out every single weekend. I love to have like my chill weekends where I just chill, watch Netflix with my friends, eat ice cream, you know how it is. But yeah, so that's been that. It kind of stinks because my school is a private school and it's D3, so it's a lot smaller of a school, which makes sporting events not as like prominent. Like, people don't really care for them and people don't really go to them, which stinks because I love football games, I love hockey games. But at my school, like my college I go to right now, like football isn't a big thing. Like, nobody really goes to the games. Like, in the fall, nobody would go to the games. So then I go to the U of M, the University of Minnesota. I would like go to their football games and their tailgates and stuff because my school didn't have that. And that's the part about college that I wish I had. And also, if you guys don't know, I know a few of you guys have asked this, but my school does not have a Greek life. I don't know why we don't have it, but yeah, we just don't have a Greek life, which is unfortunate. I think being in a sorority would be something really, really fun and something I'd be interested in. But my school doesn't have a sorority, so I'm not like rushing or anything like that. My school is really laid back, as you can tell. Like, that's the one thing that kind of leans me away from my school, is the fact that the social aspect is a lot different than in a big university. And I came from a private school, so when I went to a private college, it wasn't like a huge adjustment for me just because it still feels like high school, which I don't like that feeling, and I'm trying to get rid of that feeling. So I'm hoping that this next semester I get rid of it, and I'll probably change my mindset up a little bit and be more like open, because I feel like when I was in that state of mind, I had a closed mindset because I didn't like my class. I wasn't happy with where I was at. So I feel like I had a very closed mindset and a pretty negative mindset too, which is not very good. It was hard because my whole life, not my whole life, but this past 2.5 years, I had these big dreams of becoming a dermatologist and becoming like a doctor and stuff like that. And the fact that I couldn't achieve one of my biggest dreams in my life was something really heartbreaking to learn. And yeah, I could like keep going with pre-med if I really wanted to, but I sat down after talking and talking and talking and talking with so many people. They realized, wow, business is something that you're very good at. You have your own business right now, your YouTube channel, and you know, you have a powerful platform and a powerful voice. You should definitely do something along the lines of like your YouTube, advertisement, marketing, business, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I realized I can't go to school for 15 more years after college. Like, I want to get my life going. I can't do this. So yeah, that's when I decided, all right, I'm moving on. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say about my first semester of college and how it has been. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
For this life I cannot change. It is deep off in the main.